content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. God works in mysterious ways, and God is good. You have to be mindful when judging a book by its cover, and I say that respectfully when it comes to your neighbor, especially when they don't have malicious intentions to bring harm towards themselves or others around them, and they're just in their own lane trying to elevate. You may not understand someone's faith when they allow themselves to choose themselves, to better themselves, when they're not allowing trauma and pain or to become victimized to someone, a manipulation, abuse, or someone allowing them to feel like they're not worthy themselves and they didn't allow that to become their issue. And I say that respectfully. It's sad to see that your neighbor would kick you down because they listen to he say, she say, and he say, she say, then make sense what they're saying. And God saw those private conversations, and I say that respectfully. Because you have to go within and understand your intuitions. You know, have to understand that everybody's not truly for you, and you'll be so surprised when someone goes against you when you least expect it, to play victim, and then you realize that, dang, I judged the book by its cover. I went against my neighbor, and they was just minding their business. You know, when it comes to your healing journey, your spiritual journey, that's two different things. But when someone is placed in your life, not to discourage you, but to uplift you, not to manipulate you or mentally abuse you or physically abuse you. You have to understand that when God shows up at the end of the day, when you ask for a prayer within a prayer and God shows you what a blessing looks like up close in person, you cannot allow yourself to kick that person down. And I say that respectfully because you're only playing in your own face when you least expect it, because that was a child of God, let alone a chosen one that was placed in your life for all the right reasons. And you try to discourage them. You try to kick them down. You try to allow them to feel that they was unworthy themselves when you was truly the issue. That's why you got to be careful what you ask for, what you pray for. Because God works in mysterious ways. God may not be on your time, but when God feels like it's time for you to elevate, or when it's time for certain things to be removed out of your life and you need to see a different type of view within your life, God will place a certain individual in your life to show you at the end of the day, hey, you need to go to a different direction today. And that's why certain individuals are not supposed to be part of your life. That's why God closes certain doors in your life when you start to elevate. You know, that relationship that did not work out for you and they had a hand problem, and how God was showing you, hey, you're crying out for help. You're being mentally abused. You're being physically abused, emotionally abused. And God said, my child of God, you're not supposed to deal with that type of pain because that's not love. And how when God covers you and shows you, hey, someone is coming into your life to treat you right without misleading you, misguiding you, or let alone disrespect you when they feel like it, or let alone have a hand problem. That's when you go within to do the healing, and God shows you that why that door's being closed for all the right reasons. But when you overlook yourself, you're not unable to understand your healing process, because we are all not the same. That's just like when you're trying to elevate that job opportunity that you thought was for you. It wasn't for you because they've discriminated against you. They manipulated you. They try to kick you down. They try to discourage you. They judged a book by its cover when you walked in the door, and they put a description on you and labeled you and said that this is who you truly are, and that wasn't you. And how God was protecting you and closed that door for all the right reasons, so you can be loved and respected and honored in the most healthiest way, to be in a healthy environment, because your mental health is very important when it comes to the good God and good God's timing. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, but that's okay. Everybody's not supposed to be in your life, and that is okay. But getting discouraged and when someone is placed in your life to kick them down, shame on you. You only judge yourself that day. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to respect my neighbor. I'm only the messenger. I work on the good God's time, and the good God. I don't have to manipulate God. I don't have to portray something I'm truly not. I am who I say I am. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect. It's a thought process. I mean, we're all not the same. You know, when it comes to your healing journey, and when you pray, a lot of people don't believe in God. And that's okay. But God works in mysterious ways because God is real. You know, it's sad to see how someone disrespects someone because God is truly favoring somebody. And they judge a book by its cover and trying to figure out how can someone possibly be favored by God because of their sexual orientation, their disability, their culture, or their religion, or their age. Shame on you, neighbor. God saw what you was doing when you did that to that child of God that day. How you judged God for allowing God to be placed in your life when you least expect it. To show you that, hey, this child of God is being placed in your life not to kick you down, not to discourage you, not to manipulate you, but whatever you experience in your life when it comes to trauma and pain, everybody's not the same. When it comes to the mind games, the energy has different. You know, when it comes to your spiritual awakening, you know, certain individuals are placed in your life for all the right reasons. To guide you, not to mislead you, to uplift you, to inspire you, not to discourage you, but to show you that, you know, you had mommy and daddy issues, you had trust issues, you had this type of issue in your life. People didn't know how to respect you, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. But you still knew how to respect your neighbor, but your neighbor shortchanged you. But God was showing you that you wasn't the issue when you was trying to find yourself, to better yourself, to understand the wounds that was in store within you. You know, to become your best self vision of yourself, and how God pours into you so you can understand what your prayer was answered within that day. It may not have been on your time, but God works in mysterious ways to pour into your cup, to show you that you are worthy. When God sends the right people into your life, without the malicious intentions, without the disrespect. And respect is a two-way street. Something that you ask for with genuine people to be in your life. For people to come into your life, not to misguide you, mislead you. You know how when you got on that job site or you went into that relationship, you just wanted someone to be on the same page with you and treat you right? And how when God sends the right people into your life, you overlook them, you kick them down, you discourage them, you manipulate them, you laugh at them, saying that they're not worthy. Who could this person possibly think they are? They think they're better than somebody when they never gave you those signs. Not one time. They just knew how to respect their neighbor when you antagonized their character, when you had third-party conversations about this person, and God heard what you was saying behind closed doors, when God saw what you was doing within doing, and you called judgment on yourself that day. Going against a child of God who knew how to respect their neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. They didn't allow trauma and pain, mommy and daddy issues to hold them back to still respect their neighbor. Because they still knew how to respect their neighbor. But it was your issue to kick them down within the process of God placing them in your life. Even if it was for the second, a moment, a lifetime. Because God works in mysterious ways. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. God truly works in mysterious ways. You know, people come into your life to not allow you to believe in yourself. Either it's family, associate, stranger on the street. But it's up to you to allow you to go within mentally, to heal, to understand that, hey, everybody is not against you. And when you understand in your healing process, you have to understand growth and change and mean what you're saying, that you asking God for the proper guidance when it comes to people pouring into you in the most healthiest way, not to shortchange you and play mind manipulation games with you. And I say that respectfully because we are all not the same. We're not. That relationship that you thought was for you, they wore masks. They say they were so real, they were so disloyal, having third-party conversations behind your back, saying that they was truly invested into you, only to realize you was the realest one the whole entire time. Because good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, you still knew how to respect somebody and show up for them, not to shortchange them or manipulate them at the end of the day, but to show somebody what love looks like up close in person when you still was being hurt. But they had a hand problem. They had manipulation problem. They knew how to disrespect you when they felt like it and made you feel like you was the issue because you knew how to be kind to somebody. When you had mommy and daddy issues, when you had those problems when nobody knew how to show up for you and you showed up for everybody else and everybody else was trying to kick you down to discourage you when you was just trying to be patient with yourself, to understand that, hey, with time comes change and change comes growth. I'm just trying to become the best self vision of myself. When they can't self-reflect and look in the mirror. When I didn't judge my neighbor that day. I didn't judge you that day. I didn't discourage you that day. I just try to uplift you to show you that you are worthy. You do matter. They didn't love you. They didn't respect you. They took your kindness or weakness, but I knew how to show up for you, not shortchange you when it came to communication. Because I meant what I said and I said what I meant. And I wasn't trying to shortchange you to gaslight you out your eyesight, your thought process, your pockets, or your eyesight at the end of the day. Because you cannot buy friendship. You cannot buy people. You can't. Genuine people, you cannot buy them. Real people, you cannot buy them. You cannot manipulate them. Especially on the good God timing. And I say that respectfully. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. It's a thought process to me. When someone is placed in your life to respect you, be mindful of the karma that you just dished out to your own self. You know the universal law, how that goes? You're going to reap what you sow. What you had expectations for someone else to kick them down, to play with spell work, to discourage them, to not allow them to feel worthy of themselves, to be financially stable, to be mentally stable. All of that, God saw what you was doing. And that returned back to sender. That child of God didn't have to do nothing to you. You did it to yourself, neighbor. You can play victim all day long. You can hate women, you can hate men all day long. But God saw what you was doing behind closed doors. God saw that at the end of the day, you didn't like somebody because they knew how to stay in their lane. They knew how to heal mentally and they didn't have to wear masks. They knew how to love and respect somebody. And you didn't know how to show up for yourself, to respect your neighbor. You wanted to kick them down, discourage them, to allow them to feel like they were the issue when it came to he say, she say. And only to realize you was truly the problem, causing all the drama. And everybody sees right through you today. It's a thought process. I mean, we are all not the same. Never get discouraged because someone doesn't see your worth. Because you believe in yourself. You understand your faith and you don't have to manipulate nobody. It would never be an overnight process healing trauma and pain. To be able to understand your spiritual journey, you need to understand how to heal mentally first. You can't just jump to something and you have not healed. And I say this respectfully, I am not here to kick my neighbor down, but it's the mindset for me. How people are discouraging people. People are out here doing spell work in a toxic way. People are out here kicking people down because of the fact that they don't have the proper self-awareness to stay in their own lane. And they don't want someone to elevate faster than them when it was never a competition. That's the problem with people today. Everybody's not the same. They're not. God works in mysterious ways. The good God. I don't worship the devil, no shape or form. Regardless of my sexual orientation at the end of the day, I do not worship the devil. God showed me what a miracle looks like every single day when I choose me, because God is still patient with me. God is still allowing me to pour into me, to understand my self-awareness, to understand that, hey, I can respect my neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, regardless of what I've been through, being sexually assaulted as a child, being discriminated against, dealing with hate crime, violence. This stuff went into my adulthood. Dysfunctional folks that didn't know how to respect me made me feel like I was unworthy of myself. But that was only their self-reflection of themselves that they were trying to project on me. When it came to manipulating my character, because God was favoring me and God was showing me, God was protecting me, and they saw that God was truly protecting me. And they saw that, dang, everything that I throw at this person, I can't kick them down. I can't discourage them. Because how? They keep getting up. The spell work ain't working. The words of me discouraging them is not working. Me physically putting my hands on this person is not working. You put a name to your book. You matter, you're worthy. You do. They didn't see your worth, but God saw while God was truly favoring you. They didn't understand that, hey, you didn't give up today because that relationship didn't work out. That job opportunity didn't work out. These certain individuals did not work out to be placed in your life for all the right reasons. It was temporary. It's okay to let go because God was allowing you to let go. Because God was allowing you to see your worth. God was allowing you to see that you do matter. God was allowing you to see that you can continue to pour into you when you understand self-awareness and to go within. And it will never be an overnight process, so never allow someone to manipulate you when it comes to healing trauma and pain. Because things will never be the same. It's not an overnight process to go within and understand the wounds that was installed within you when they made you the victim. You know, to understand the wounds that was installed within you, you got to mean what you say and say what you mean to heal and identify who you truly are when you heal those wounds within you. You can't just tape it up and put a Band-Aid on it and just walk away because it won't mentally heal properly, because that will make you feel mentally unstable. Because you have to mentally go in to understand that wound that was installed within you, why you have these type of problems within your life, and why you keep feeling like you're shortchanging yourself, going within circles, trying to better yourself. Because we are all not the same. And you matter, and you are worthy to understand change and growth. You matter. You matter. You lost a loved one. Sorry for your loss, but they never left your side. And I say that respectfully. Oh, you overlook yourself so much only to realize that your loved one is right by your side. You overlook yourself so much, overlooking God being by your side. You overlook yourself so much, overlooking red flags when certain individuals not supposed to be in your life and you still allow them to be in your life. When God is showing you a rejection, when God is showing you the cautious sign, when God is putting signs in front of you, protect yourself, love yourself, recognize who you are, go within the mirror that you cannot see. The self-reflection of yourself. Because that's what happens when you overlook yourself because of trauma and pain. You know, you can have a mother in a household. You can have a father in a household. You can come from a dysfunctional household and not have a mother and father, but you can still know how to respect somebody. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, because we are all not the same when it comes to trauma and pain. A person will have so much excuses why they disrespect their neighbor, why they shortchange their neighbor, why they have malicious intentions towards their neighbor, because they want to project, oh, I got mommy and daddy issues, when everybody's not the same mentally. They're not. And then you be in secret competition, not understanding how someone didn't have their mother and father, that didn't have the proper love or the proper guidance, and they still knew how to respect their neighbor. Everybody does not have to wear a mask. Everybody does not have to psych you out your thought process, let alone your freedom, your pockets, or your eyesight at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully because we are all not the same. We're not. Just because you're dealing with abandonment issues, that does not mean, hey, block off when God sends the right person into your life. This is what you prayed for. This is what you asked for. That does not mean disrespect them. That does not mean kick them down. When God truly places somebody in your life, and you ask for clarity. Is this person supposed to be in my life? And when God shows you the sign within the sign, and you show up for yourself in the most healthiest way, the energy is different. Because there's individuals out here that will manipulate you, that will play you close, that will be in secret competition with you. Because of the fact that you know how to show up for yourself. You didn't have to kick your neighbor down. They want to see what you got going on, how God is truly favoring you. Why you? Why you? Why you? And you wasn't the problem this whole entire time. So you got to be mindful when God places certain individuals in your life, not to manipulate you. If you knew what manipulation looks like, you know how it feels, and you know what it looks like for someone to discourage you and make you feel like you're not worthy yourself, and especially if you have abandonment issues. Because we are all not the same. And I truly hope that you heal mentally one day. And I truly hope that you find peace within yourself to overcome whatever trials and tribulations that's in your life. And I truly pray that God protects you and covers you and your family, especially when you don't have malicious intentions. And you're not out here doing spell work in a toxic way. Because your life matters as well. You do matter. You dealt with so much within your journey from a child point of view going into your adulthood. You're tired. You're beyond tired. You're tired of the dysfunctional people, the manipulation, people deceiving you, people making you feel like you're not worthy of yourself, people making you question yourself. Is it me? Is it me? What am I doing wrong? I know how to respect somebody. I'm showing up for everybody. I'm pouring into everybody, but nobody's showing up to pour into me. And only to realize you wasn't the problem. That's why when God directs you a different direction, you have to understand the point of view to choose you. It's not that you think you're better than somebody. No, 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 no. You just know your worth today. And it wasn't an overnight process to better yourself, to uplift yourself, to recognize that, hey, I could look in the mirror today. I had trust issues. I had abandonment issues. I didn't have a mother and father that knew how to love me. They shortchanged me. They manipulated me. They disrespected me when they felt like it. But I chose me today. I chose me when I put myself in a situation, in a domestic violence situation, when someone didn't know how to respect me. I chose me today to overcome the obstacles when they try to kick me down, to discourage me. I chose me today. And because I chose me, God is still pouring into me. God is still uplifting me. God is still allowing me to see my self-reflection before myself, to protect me, to love me, to show me that, hey, I am worthy. I am worthy of me. I am worthy to choose me. I am worthy. It's not easy to say I'm worthy. It's not easy to say I am worthy of myself. It's not easy. But when you look in the mirror, you can acknowledge that, hey, I love myself. And I mean what I say. I'm not wearing a mask. I don't have to kick my neighbor down because of what I had been through when I came to my experience of life. I still know how to respect my neighbor when I'm still trying to find balance within my day. I could look in the mirror and acknowledge that, hey, I'm not the victim. I'm not allowing myself to become victim because someone made me a victim. Someone made me question me, but I found me to remove that guilt, the pain, the trauma, misleading, misguidance. That's why it's very important to know your self-worth, because you are worthy. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are loved. Because when God is pouring into you, God is allowing the right people to pour into you without the mind games or the manipulation games. And it's going to show up for you and not be an excuse to meet you shortchanged when it comes to saying what they mean and saying what they mean to meet you halfway. A person that's truly invested into you, respect is a two-way street. It's no half-stepping. No such thing as half-stepping. No manipulation games. No deceiving. No narcissist behavior. Because someone is truly for you, they're going to show up for you. Someone is truly for you, they're going to respect you. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, it will be an even exchange. Because you know your worth. And when you pour into you, the right people will pour into you. Not to discourage you, not to manipulate you, or kick you down and say that you're not worthy of yourself. Because when you pour into you, you know your value. You have self-awareness because you respect yourself. And you're not taking anything less than. It's not that you think you're better than somebody, but when you outgrow that mindset of being immature or having that mindset of lack of awareness or having that mindset of not knowing your worth, that energy hits different. You matter, you're worthy. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But when God places certain individuals in your life, respect is a two-way street. And I say that respectfully. Not everybody's supposed to be part of your spiritual journey. Not everybody's supposed to be part of your healing journey. Not everybody's supposed to be part of your life. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to let go of that relationship that made you feel unworthy of yourself. It's okay to let go of that relationship when they manipulated you and you keep speaking about something and they kept saying that you was the issue. It's okay to let it go. Why you keep allowing yourself to make yourself sick and hurt yourself? You're in the hospital because of high blood pressure. You're in the hospital because of the fact that someone just bust your face into something like that. Because someone didn't know how to respect you. And they keep saying they're going to change, they're going to change, they're going to change. After a while, that record player gets played out. the riddle starts to play out. You get tired of hearing it. You want someone to come into your life not wearing a mask. You want someone to come into your life and mean what they say from day one and not switch up on you. That energy is different because there are genuine people out here who've been through trauma and pain, and they know how to love. They know how to respect somebody without wearing without wearing a mask, and without playing mind games, or without being disloyal, or let alone, you don't have to tell them how to treat you right. The energy is different. And I say that respectfully. When being in a relationship, you should never have to tell somebody how to treat you. The same way they got your attention is the same way they're supposed to maintain keeping up with you. It's being on the same page. If they shortchange you, they're not for you. That was the issue. Because they only wanted one thing. They wanted to get in your drawers. They wanted to play mind manipulation games, to run your pockets, to psych out your thought process, free your pockets, and your eyesight, because they didn't have good intentions. Protect your energy, because not everybody's giving you time of your day. Like I said, my content is not for everybody, and that's okay. But you matter, you're worthy. You're worthy of someone treating you right. You're worthy of that healthy relationship. You're worthy of, regardless if it's a relationship or not, you're worthy of people coming into your life, pouring into you, as well as you're pouring into them, and you're not shortchanging each other. And respect is a two-way street with no malicious intentions. It's sad and disturbing that people would sit here and play you close and be in secret competition with you, and only to realize they was truly the issue because of the fact that they have not went within to do the proper healing. When you know how to elevate, when you know how to go within and not allow excuses to be an excuse within an excuse, are you showing up for yourself? Because we are all not mentally the same. You tie your shoe differently. You love yourself. Someone doesn't like the fact that you know how to smile, and how did you overcome trauma and pain when you wasn't ever their issue? Or you got this car, you got this house, or people pour into you and they don't like that. And you could be probably a popular loner. You don't deal with nobody, but people gravitate to you. They don't like that. People don't like the fact that people can show up for you and they not showing up for them. People will hate stuff like that. People will despise you for stuff like that. People will throw in your face because you got mommy and daddy issues. At the end of the day, you're not worthy of yourself. This type of stuff happens every single day when you least expect it. And it's disgusting. But the good God sees everything. The good God is always on time. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. And I say this respectfully. Be careful when kicking someone down during a situation, regardless if they're homeless or not. It doesn't matter what situation they're in. When they don't got malicious intentions towards you, be careful when kicking your neighbor down. Because just like this, someone could be homeless and you're talking about them really bad. That could be your situation, your story, because you just kicked somebody down. You just discouraged somebody. Somebody that may not have more than you financially, and you sitting there kicking them down. You may be them in a few months or weeks or years from now, and you may be needing the same help that they need. Be careful when discouraging somebody, because the good God sees everything. When someone understands a temporary situation and they're willing to get themselves out of that situation, the energy hits different. Be careful who you judge. Be careful who you manipulate. Be careful when you're talking about someone behind their back. You know, he say, she say, when it ain't adding up. You truly the issues at the end of the day. When do you have enough? When do you? To actually leave innocent people alone and go within and find you. It's never going to be competition when it comes to healing trauma and pain. Never. And I say that respectfully. Not everybody's supposed to be part of your life, and that's okay. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. And when it comes to your spiritual journey, when certain people are placed in your life, you have to be wise when doing spell work on innocent people. And I say that respectfully. Because you're going up against somebody and not realizing how protected they truly are. And only to realize you only dealt with your own fair share, your own karma. When it comes to you played yourself. And especially when you got warned to stop playing in somebody's energy. When you got warned to leave somebody alone. And you decided to have controlling issues and only to realize you about to reap what you sow. And that child of God, that chosen one, they did not have to do spell work on you in a toxic way for you to understand the definition of your karma that you did to yourself. Because that verse psychology mind game, it was returned back to sender respectfully because God works in mysterious ways. Leave innocent people alone. It's a thought process, me. Stop projecting your trauma and your pain on innocent people when they're in their own lane, minding their business, regardless of their sexual orientation, their disability, their culture, their religion, or their age. Someone is not bringing harm towards themselves or you or others around you. Leave innocent people alone and be mindful when judging a book by its cover, neighbor. It's a thought process to me. Leave people alone. I don't understand this. Why you go and bother somebody to discourage somebody, to kick them down, and you have children that you brought into this world that you have to protect and you can't protect at all times? Wouldn't you want them to be in an environment where they're safe and respected? So why would you do that to an innocent person who's minding their business and then you play victim and hide your hands like God didn't see what you did that day when you called judgment on yourself, dealing your own fair share, your own karma? Because the good God works in mysterious ways, neighbor. The he say, she say, yeah, they heard what you said that day, but the good God saw what you was doing when you was playing victim to antagonize someone's character, when you lied on somebody. Leave innocent people alone because the good God does not play about his children, let alone his chosen ones. And a lot of people are not chosen, and I say that respectfully. They're not. So stop manipulating the good God, because God sees you, and that's why you're dealing with what you're dealing with today. Your own judgment. Have you not been paying attention? It's Judgment Day. I don't think you've been paying attention. A lot of people have not been paying attention. You're going to reap what you sow. And God works in mysterious ways, and God shows up when you least expect it. You did it to yourself when you was bothering an innocent person. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. But do not get discouraged because someone tries to kick you down. Do not get discouraged because someone does not see your worth. They was laughing behind your back. They laughed too soon. They celebrated too soon, only to realize how God was truly favoring you. It's a thought process to me. Be careful when judging a book by its cover, neighbor. Because God sees what you're doing. God, the good God, sees what you're doing. You know, God may not be on time when you least expect it. God is always on time. God is always on time. Don't get discouraged because someone gave up on you. Someone wanted you to give up. Someone wanted you to live in fear. Someone wanted to discourage you. Someone wanted to manipulate you. Someone laughed in your face. Someone tried to allow you to feel like you wasn't worthy yourself, regardless of whatever the circumstances may have been. And especially when you didn't have malicious intentions. You knew how to speak up for yourself and be respectful. And not overtalk somebody, but respect somebody. Not shortchange somebody, but to respect somebody. Not disrespect somebody, but to show up for somebody. And they overlooked you. You matter and you're worthy. Continue to believe in you and understand your faith that God installed within you. They judged the book by its cover when it came to you, but never lose yourself because someone does not want you to see your faith. They don't want you to see your faith. And especially when you don't have malicious intentions, you're not out here judging a book by its cover. You're not out here hurting innocent people. You're not out here projecting negative energy on innocent people, trying to bring dysfunctional behavior into the universe. And I say this respectfully. Regardless of what you've been through, you matter, you are worthy. Regardless if you had mommy and daddy issues or not, if someone didn't know how to respect you, let alone love you, and you still knew how to respect your neighbor, trust and believe the good God has not overlooked you. You know, they say the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That is so true. Because God works in mysterious ways, and the good God is on time when you least expect it. So to anybody that's trying to manipulate anybody and say, oh, I'm first. No, you're not. You was already first, now you're last. You got to understand how God is about to pour into his children right now. The ones who's been sitting in the back and paying attention and being very observant at the end of the day. And it's about to show you how God truly is favoring them and how God is truly showing up and how God is truly about to show out in the healthiest way because you didn't do your job the right way. So you say you thought you did. Be careful when you say that you're the first. You was the first, but the last shall be first and the first shall be last. That's the order today. And you can judge a book by its cover all you want at the end of the day, but God, the good God, works in mysterious ways. So if you've been overlooked, and I say this respectfully, and if you have not been praised and you've been shadow banned, you've been shadow banned so bad to where they discouraged you, where they manipulated you, they allowed you to feel like you had to question yourself. God got your back. God got your back. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. It's not. And that's okay. You could judge me, you're only judging God. You could disrespect me, you're only disrespecting God. You could manipulate me, you're only manipulating God. You could allow me to feel or make a thought of your thought process to allow me to feel like I need to give up, but you're only judging God. The good God, because I do not worship the devil. And I say that respectfully. I do not worship the devil. No shape or form, and I do not do any rituals, any spell work in a toxic way to make my neighbor feel like they're not worthy themselves or make my neighbor feel like, hey, they're not a person. I'm on the good God's timing, and God works in mysterious ways, and your life matters. Never get discouraged because someone took you as a joke and you didn't have malicious intentions. You knew how to respect your neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When they was going through their trauma and their pain, they abandonment issues, they trust issues, at the end of the day, you remain the same without wearing a mask of gas like nobody. Because God was truly favoring you. And they didn't understand how you knew how to go within. When they tried to antagonize your character, how you was standing on business, saying what you mean and saying what you mean and meaning what you say, that you know how to respect your neighbor. Because we are all not the same. It's a thought process to me. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. But you matter and you are worthy. And you know exactly who you are. If you ever put yourself in that situation and you have not done the proper healing, and all you've been doing this whole entire time was mentally abusing and physically abusing, emotionally abusing innocent people because you had controlling issues. And you use that as an excuse because someone didn't respect you, someone didn't love you. You kept using that as an excuse for so long. And especially to the ones who bring kids into this world. God sees you. The same energy that you put into the universe, you only dealt your own fair share, your own karma. You wouldn't want nobody to do that to your baby. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process when it comes to you shortchanging your own self when it comes to communication with the mind games. And God does not like ugly. It's the thought process for me. Like I said, my content is not for everybody. It's not. And that's okay. But the good God will send all the right people into my life, and I know that, and I truly appreciate that. Because that's all God has been doing. And I hope God does the same thing for you too. Without the mind games, the manipulation, the narcissist behavior. Because you deserve to be treated with respect. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You know, when it comes to healing trauma and pain, it would never be an overnight process. And it's not a competition. It's not, because everybody is on two different journeys in their life. They are. Everybody's on different journeys and everybody's not showing up the same. But just stay in your lane, neighbor, and just call respect. You don't have to like somebody. You don't have to sleep with them at the end of the day. But it's called stay in your lane and respect the next person's lane when they're minding their business and they're not trying to project any negative energy or animosity towards you. But you want to antagonize somebody, you only calling judgment on yourself. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. I gotta go. I need a nap. Just because someone gave up on you, don't give up on yourself. Just because someone overlooked you, don't give up on yourself. You are genuinely loved by all the right people. You are genuinely respected by all the right people. And you deserve to be treated with respect. 365 days with no malicious intentions to bring harm towards yourself or others around you. Never allow someone to allow you to feel like you got to shortchange yourself because they made you an excuse. Because they didn't see your worth. They didn't understand how God was favoring you to understand your faith. And it wasn't never an overnight process to heal trauma and pain, you know, because you do matter. It wasn't an overnight process. It was never an overnight process to heal your trauma and pain. And they try to kick you down. They try to discourage you. And God saw who was laughing behind closed doors when they try to make you the issue, when it came to their excuse, when it came to their drama. Because they didn't have the self-respect for themselves to respect you that day. The good God sees everything. And I say that respectfully. The good God sees everything. Never allow a hate in disguise or personal malicious intentions to psych you out your thought process, free in your pockets or your eyesight because they don't have good intentions. You matter and you are worthy. You matter. And I say this respectfully. I don't play with spell work in a toxic way. Not even a little bit. I pray for my neighbor in the most healthiest way so they can elevate, not kick them down. I don't move like that. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, I do not move like that in no shape or form. My name is who I say I am, Naya, genuine, love, respect. That's who I am. One thing I never had to do was switch up on nobody, but everybody shortchanged me and God saw what you was doing that day, and I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. When God sends a message into your life, you gotta understand the messenger is only doing their job. And not everybody's a messenger. And not everybody's a chosen one. They're not. And I say that respectfully. Not everybody is a chosen one. So you can manipulate this person. You can manipulate that person. You can manipulate this person. You can manipulate that person and say, I'm the chosen one. Because it became the norm for everybody to scream they're the chosen one all of a sudden. And you never went within and do your proper training of thought when it comes to your healing, your trauma, your pain. And only to realize you was never the chosen one. It's only a selective few that are chosen. And trust and believe, being a chosen one, that job itself is one heck of a job. And everybody's not fit for that shoe. And I say that respectfully. It's a thought process to me. Everybody's not fit for the assignment. They're not. Because you got to be mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong to understand that how God's going to use you as a vessel to show up for your neighbor. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Because you know why? A lot of people are mentally unstable. And like I said, word for word, I am the original owner of everything I say on my content. From this page, from my Instagram page, from my TikTok, I am the original owner of all my words. And I say that respectfully. So if you're trying to use my word for word or use my content at the end of the day, the good God sees what you're doing, and the good God is going to show you that you call judgment on yourself when you dealt your own fair share, your own karma, okay? Okay, neighbor, I hope you find peace in your own lane one day, okay? Okay, so be careful when being a copycat, okay? You gotta understand that everybody is not the same, and I say that respectfully, you know, not to be played with, you know, on the good God's timing, yeah, that part for me, yeah. It's a thought process, man. You know, when a child of God is placed in your life, you can't mimic them. You can't be them. Because what God installs with them, you can't take from them. And when you steal from the child of God, you're stealing from God, you idiot. You stealing from God. Do you not know that? You only stealing from God when you copycat somebody and you sit there and watch they live, or sit there and watch how they sit on their job site and sit there and try to portray to be somebody that you truly not. You only taking from God what you only playing in your face. You only playing in your own face. I'm just saying. I'm only the messenger. It's the thought process to me. Weird ass. It's the thought process. No, for real. You're only stealing from God. Do you not know that? So you know, like when you take an idea from somebody, a child of God, or even a chosen one, right? You know you're only stealing from God. So because you stole from God, be mindful when you dish your own fish, share your own karma. Because you know what happens? When God pours into that child of God, right? God is allowing that child of God to continue to elevate. It's something that you can't do. It's have creativity. Because we are all not the same. We're not. You see how some are chosen and some are not. But you could be a child of God, but you're not chosen. And when you manipulate God, you only shortchange yourself, and God is not for sale. And I say that respectfully. The good God is not for sale. No dollar in this world could put a dollar on God. No dollar in this world could put a dollar on God. So whoever you've been investing your time into and you've been giving your money to, God is never for sale. And God was never for sale. It's the thought process to me because we are all not the same. It's the thought process to me. Like I said, when you take from a child of God, or when you take from a chosen one, just know you only played yourself playing in God's face. And God saw what you was doing. The good God, yeah, that part. Leave innocent people alone. Leave innocent people alone. I'm telling you, leave innocent people alone. Because you think you're mentally unstable today? You ain't see nothing yet. You ain't see nothing yet. Because God is not done with you. Because God is about to sit you down and give you a reality check one-on-one to show you why not to deal with his children the way you just did. You know, like I said, a real one, and I say this respectfully, we ain't got to play with spell work. We ain't got to wear a mask to gaslight nobody or manipulate them at the end of the day. Especially when the good God's timing. The good God's timing, and it's sad and disturbing to see how someone be in secret competition, right? They would go to he say, she say, instead of going to the direct person to find out who this person truly is. You try to get someone's court records to see who this person truly is because you feel like this person is not who they say they are because you was quick to judge a book by its cover. But the good God saw what you was doing, only to realize that this person meant what they said and they said what they meant. They didn't have to wear a mask to gaslight you. Because who are you? Who are you? And especially why I say who are you? Because who are you to think that you can play a role to have controlling issues, to go down to a courthouse because you know somebody, to get someone's information pulled? Or who do you think you are to be putting your hands on a child of God to put them in a situation when they know how to love you and respect you? How dare you? Oh, you want to blame because you got mommy and daddy issues, you know how to respect somebody, someone didn't show you love? It's a thought process to me. We are all not the same. We're not. Leave innocent people alone. And I say that respectfully because we are all not the same. We're not. My content is not for everybody. To the genuine ones only. Protect your energy. Not everybody's deserving your time and your day. It's okay to let go of that relationship. It's okay to go within and understand that, hey, healing the wounds that wasn't stored within you, don't allow that to become an excuse why you can't show up for yourself to better yourself, to recognize that, you know what? I can't allow myself to keep holding myself back. I can't allow myself to continue to get discouraged. I can't allow certain individuals to keep allowing me to drain myself when I'm pouring into them and all they keep doing is shortchanging me. Because you mad and you're worthy to be treated with respect and for individuals to be in your life to meet you halfway with no malicious intentions. Do not allow someone to discourage you because you can recognize your self-worth. You can recognize your self-worth. And you can recognize that the fact that, wow, You have confidence within you, something that a lot of people have an excuse for. But when they recognize that you have confidence within yourself, they want you to be discouraged. They want you to live in fear. They want you to give up. They would do so much things within tasks to throw at you, spell work, talk about you so bad, only to realize they only shortchange themselves because you was continuing to allow you to better yourself when you was in your own lane. You matter and you are worthy. You matter. You know, having self-love for yourself is not an overnight process to understand how to love you. And I say that respectfully because someone mistreated you, someone didn't know how to love you, someone tried to discourage you, and you went within to find you, to remove the mask, to understand the wounds that was installed within you, to love you properly because someone tried to shortchange you with communication. Choose you. Continue to choose you. And I hope that you continue to be patient with you when it comes to healing your trauma and your pain and you loving yourself correctly. And I say that respectfully because you are worthy. Don't get discouraged because someone gave up on you. And I say that respectfully because the good God has not given up on you or overlooked you. I need a nap. I gotta go. No, for real. I gotta go. I'm talking too much. I gotta go. I need a nap. I truly appreciate the time to the genuine ones only. You know, you're not overlooked. You're not. You're not overlooked. And I truly appreciate all the genuine ones who's been supportive. And, you know, it's not about a dollar. It's not about clout chasing. It's not about likes and views. Thank you for being patient with me as well as I'm being patient with you. It's about respect at the end of the day. It's the thought process of me. God is good. God works in mysterious ways. I gotta go. I need a nap. Confirmation. You know, always remember that you are loved by all the right people who are truly for you. And you are more than worthy than they allowed you not to feel when they overlooked you. Because they didn't know how to show up for you. And it made you feel less of a person. God is going to send the right people into your life this season that's going to pour into you. And I say that respectfully. Be mindful of red flags of certain individuals who's not supposed to be part of your life. Be mindful of individuals who wear a mask to try to play you close. Enough is enough. This is 2024. Come on now. We tired of the games. No, for real. It's a thought process me. When someone think they playing you close and only to realize they only play in their own face. Because God works in mysterious ways. Don't give up on you. And I say that respectfully. Night, genuine love, respect. I so appreciate time to the genuine ones only. Have a good day. Have a safe week. Have a safe month. Have a safe weekend. Have a safe remaining year. Protect your energy because not everybody's supposed to be part of your journey. You matter. You're worthy. Don't get discouraged today because someone didn't see your worth. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. You matter. And you are loved. Even when you feel like you're not loved, and I say this respectfully, you may have had lost a loved one. They never left your side. And I say this respectfully. Like I said, my content is not for everyone. It's not. It's not. But if you ever lost a loved one, they have not left your side. You may feel like you're alone, but you're not alone. And I say this respectfully. And also the good God is by your side as well too. So love you. Recognize who you are. Because self-awareness is very important. I truly appreciate time to the genuine ones only. I'm going to reach out. Okay. Listen, if anybody wants to reach out to me, and I say this respectfully, you go to my post. And like I said, if I'm guided to help somebody, I will help somebody. It's not about money to me, but certain individuals, they need to be charged. I say that respectfully. Hello. You're not about to waste my time or my energy. Hello. It's the thought process me. But if you pay attention and you go to my post, my email is there for men and women. And I say this respectfully. Respect is a two-way street. You know, what we discuss It's very private, and only God hears us talking. It's a thought process to me. And we can move forward like that. So if you're interested in reaching out to me, like I said, you could reach out to my email. I so appreciate your time, to the genuine ones only. I gotta go. I'm talking too much. No, for real. 5'11". I gotta go. Now you genuine love, respect. Have a good day. I truly appreciate your time, to the genuine ones only. Like I said, if anybody wants to reach out to me, you can go to my post. You can see it. The email is there with the little flyer that I created myself. Yeah, I did it myself. I ain't have no help. Oh. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta go. I need a nap. Have a good day. Naija, you love, respect. Oh, I am the original owner, word for word, of all my content videos. I said what I said. Hello, copycat. I'm far from a copycat. Have a good day. Naija, you love, respect.